I have to apologize to Audi. A few years ago I got an Audi e-tron, the previous version to this car here, and I got it from a dealership and I drove it for a few hours. And I didn't have the time to play around with settings and everything, and the previous driver left it in a state that was not so amazing. And I drove it a bit and I just didn't like it. Back at that time I wanted a small car. It was a gigantic car. The suspension was extremely soft. The region was weird. We get to it in a second. And all of it, and I just didn't like it, and I gave it back earlier. And the only thing I liked about the original e-tron was charging, because 150 kilowatt up to 80 something percent. It was awesome. Back at the time that was, oh my god. Now it's still good, but I just didn't like it, and I said that. And I have to apologize because Audi gave me this new Audi Q8 e-tron, and I drove it for 20 minutes, and I also said, what is this? This is weird, and regen is weird, blah blah blah. Again, previous driver left it in a weird state. The regen was in automatic, so there was no regen, and every time you put it into stronger regen, it went back to no regen because there was an efficiency assist on that turned off regen and put it in the automatic mode. I turned that off. I got to know the car a bit for the next half hour, and now I like it. Of course, there's still a few things that are a bit negative and that are annoying, but most of it, I enjoyed driving this car a lot. They gave the new car a bigger battery, 105 kilowatt hours can be used, still 300 kilowatt all-wheel drive, and it still doesn't feel amazingly fast, even though it accelerates at 5 point something seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, and you can pass nicely and everything, but it doesn't come in very abrupt. It's not electric power that, you know, it's more gradual that it comes in, but it's also more for comfort. So I drove the BMW i7 not long ago. It was the same, but it also had a boost function where there was power, instant torque and everything. And in here, even in dynamic mode, and even when you're in S and you have that boost, I don't know, it doesn't come in as powerful, but again, 300 kilowatt and 5 seconds something, no, 0 to 100. So it is powerful, but it just doesn't feel like it. With that big battery, we also have more range, and it needed that. Before it was an 86 kilowatt hour battery, I think. And even though with those 20-inch winter tires at 130 kilometers an hour, I got a range of around 360 kilometers, which is good, but it's a 100 kilowatt hour battery. So other cars with summer tires and in the summer can have that range with a 75 kilowatt hour battery or something. Going to work, for example, I noticed that this car loses almost the same amount of state of charge as my Id.3 when I go to work and come home with preheating and everything. And this is a 105 kilowatt hour battery, and my Id.3 has a 58 kilowatt hour battery, but already 11% degradation, so it's 52 kilowatt hours, so almost double. But it is a very comfortable ride and I can enjoy it. But there are so many things that I enjoy about this car. You know me, the last year or so I really enjoy comfort. That's why I ordered the Volkswagen ID.7, and this car is again very comfortable. The suspension is good. It's not the best. There is, so when you are in dynamic mode and then you can drive around corners, it feels a bit better, and then in comfort it feels better over bumps, but still it's a bit, I don't know, it's good. It's really amazing. This car even has the air suspension. But it's, I don't know, i7 was way better, but it's still a different price. Steering is amazing, I love that. The regen is strong, but there's an annoying part with it that every time you put it into gear, you have to turn it on with the pedal shifter, so twice to get the full regen. And when you put it in reverse and then back, you have to do it again. And when you use cruise control, again, you have to, every time you stop cruise control, there's no regen, you have to turn it on manually every time. That's freaking annoying. I don't know why that's annoying. Overall, the car feels comfy, the seats are awesome, the seat heater is amazing, Cindy loved it. The car heats up pretty nicely. I have it even in auto and it feels nice. It's not blowing into my face or it's not weird cold air sometimes, but you have to set it on a bit of a higher temperature. So 23 degrees, then it's comfortable. As when it's cold, even a bit more. The AC works automatic, but you can turn it off and put it into eco as well if you want to. The screens I find a bit outdated. The size and how the design is, I think they could have updated this a bit. The instrument cluster, the cockpit view, is a bit cluttered. There's a bit too much going on. Yes, you can turn off a few things, but I don't know, it seems to that it's not clean. Yes, you get amazing information, a lot of it, and you can switch the view and everything. I showed it in my range test. That's nice, but overall, I don't know. I don't find it the best, but it's also not horrible. At least I can see a lot of things. 360-degree camera and reverse camera is amazing. Light inside the car is amazing. Light here is amazing with the high beam assist that you can turn on it and you have segments. It does it on a very far distance. Really amazing. I like the space of the car. The front has space enough for both charging cables, and in the rear would be an extra pocket for another charging cables that you don't need. The trunk is big. The rear seats, the people have a lot of space. Head-up display looks good. Really can see a lot. You have a lot of information in there, and it's bright and it's not too much. Sometimes head-up display can be too much and you, oh my god, and you can adjust it in every way. I like it a lot. Navigation the same. Voice command I tried a bit. It works great. Overall, it's really a great car. It just has a few annoyances. And you can still feel a bit that this car is based not on a fully electric platform, and that's a bit sad. I would prefer that. Even though, by the way, I checked the sizes of the original e-tron and this, and it's almost the same. This is even a tiny bit bigger. I can't remember now, but it's not a lot of difference. But this doesn't feel as big. I don't know why that is. I don't know what changed it, but I think it's the form that they gave it, that overall it feels not as gigantic as the other one, and I prefer that, of course. Charging on this car is amazing. We have two charge ports. On the other side we have CCS, and here we have AC charging with Type 2, so you can charge on both sides. But this is just AC. In AC, this car has as the option of 22 kilowatt charging. And I didn't know that this is really interesting. Sometimes, I mean, it's double the speed than 11 kilowatt, and you notice it when you charge it. And DC charging, we get up to 165 kilowatt and up to a very high state of charge. So charging is really great in this car. Yes, it's higher consumption, but you can charge it in pretty well. So like I said, after driving this car for a bit, I really enjoyed it, and I think it's a good car. It has its downsides, and of course the price is not the cheapest, but comfort always costs a bit when it comes to seats, when it comes to charging, when it comes to range, when it comes to the suspension, everything that costs money, and the seats and all of this comfort function, they cost a bit. But I think it's worth here in the Audi Q8 e-tron, and it was a lot of fun driving it, and I'm a bit sad that tomorrow it will be picked up and it's gone. I enjoyed it a lot. It was the first press car I got from Audi. Thanks Audi Germany for giving me the car. I hope I get other cars as well. Yes, but that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.